Animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, Men On, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Robert Buck D. Gibson.
This is 2 Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
And you're up.
With Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
It's Tuesday, Albuquerque. You know what that means? Well, that means I took my first paid holiday in like 5 years, boys. Crazy.
Is that right?
I think it's longer than that. I took a paid holiday yesterday.
Workaholic.
Isn't that dumb? I came in the office to did a couple things. So I was in the office yesterday, like catching up on some stuff, right? And there were kind of a lot of people here at the office, like also catching up on stuff. So I would say there was like a lot of people here, but everyone was like, "What are you doing here today?" And I'm like, "Look how
You're here.
I just did that expression with my arm where I go from like the left side of my body and widely gesture at everything."
Uh-huh.
I was like, "This," and people are like, "Oh, okay."
Why do all these people hate America so much? That's my question.
Hey, we can have that conversation on it
Yeah.
right now because I really like Memorial Day in principle, but in practice, it is dumb.
I know what you're doing here.
It's not done correctly.
You're working. You're not memorializing.
That's what I'm saying.
You American hating worker bees.
Well, and I tell you, I've been a big fan of America for the last 2 years now.
Ooh, really?
And yeah, before I had a downward trend for a little bit.
What was the face turn?
It wasn't America itself, but it was some of the main players.
Ah,
I didn't hate the team. I just didn't like the quarterback for a while.
you didn't hate the game. You just hated the player.
Correct. I am Fred Slow, and I'm celebrating this country every single day of my life. And alongside me is Van Nunley, who's more of a Canada guy. So it's kind of awkward.
First off, how dare you? Their beady eyes and floppy heads. It's so weird.
You're always describing South Park. It's kind of how often you relevancy of South Park.
Well, I'm just so devoid of personality. You know, I have to use pop culture references to talk to anyone about anything.
That's what she said.
Ha ha.
Aha!
There you go.
Michael, happy Memorial Day, my dude.
Thanks, guys. Hope you had a good weekend. I did too.
Oh, good.
You didn't even get to know about my weekend. It was horrible.
Mine was horrible adjacent.
I'm kidding. It was excellent.
Same.
Don't make that
Yeah,
face. Don't make your sad face,
Setting up for
Vital.
success there.
We did great.
Michael, who spent a lot of time enlisted. So thank you for your service, Michael. That's Veterans Day is the next one. You get a lot of thank you for your services. Do you get a lot of that?
I don't really make it known. I make it known to you guys because I'm part of the show with you guys.
My staunch anti-war opinion.
But
it's
It's not just us guys. There's thousands upon thousands of people.
according to the demo.
when they know that you did service, for your country, then people will open up and they're real thankful for the most part. I've never really had any problems. But it's a rough day for me because the guys I used to eat, sleep with, and go on missions, they're no longer with me. So it's kind of tough.
Ooh.
That's what the day's for.
It is about that proper celebration.
Sure.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Honor.
Years ago on Memorial Day, you used to be able to turn on the History Channel and like see some cool history of the country. Now it's just guys going through like hoarders' houses. Trying to buy old cars. And
Rebuilding barns.
stuff. Yeah. The best I could do here for this Purple Heart is going to be $75 in credit, and we'll give you a copy of Dukes of Hazzard on VHS. And people are like, that's a good deal.
I'm not even sure if this is a real Purple Heart. Let me call my expert, Steve.
Yeah. And why does Steve know that?
Here comes Steve.
And he like prances in. You know what I mean?
Sees a little folding of the paper and he's like, nah, you're not going to get 1,000 for that. $100. And the guy gets mad and takes this thing and walks out.
And then they never tell you what they sold it for later, which is my favorite part.
This isn't a Purple Heart.
What's the name of the show?
Obviously, a fuchsia cerulean.
American Pawn. That's not the name of it.
Hardcore
The one out of
Pawn.
Vegas, right?
Yeah, Hardcore Pawn.
Yeah,
Is
something.
that correct?
Yeah. Doesn't sound when you say
It
it.
does. After I said it, that's not correct.
There's a couple of them.
Yeah.
There's a few of them.
What do you-
Pawn Stars.
Pawn Stars.
Yeah,
Pawn
there you
Stars.
go.
They're all like playing on the word porn. Like, let's not make any hints.
Oh, I never made that connection till right
Pawn
now.
Stars, hardcore
Yeah.
Pawn.
Memorial Day is for the barbecues, though. Memorial Days is the start of the summer.
Mm.
I barbecued with the fam yesterday. Went real nice. You know what my favorite part about barbecuing is? Little fruit tray while you're doing it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Little red, white, and blueberries.
Yeah, a little,
Yeah.
just a little
Yeah.
graze.
Strawberries.
Yeah.
Little
Oh,
Cool Whip for the
Look-
white.
Little
Gotta
gra-
watch what kind of strawberries you
Whip.
buy.
Why are you saying that?
Because there was a recall in a couple
Shut up.
brands. Yeah.
I didn't even look.
What's wrong with the strawberry?
Does Smiths know about this? Did they
It
handle it for
wasn't
me?
Smith's, it was somebody else.
Okay, well, because I go to the Hood Smiths down off Tramway in Central.
Oh, that's not the Hood Smiths, my friend.
Oh, it's not?
That's like it's a medalist, but it's isn't winner place.
My Smiths is kind of hood because you can't walk out of the HBA section. Health Body Accessories, Michael, HBA. You can't walk out of the HBA section without having to pay before you exit that aisle.
Oh,
Yeah, you can't take like eyeliner. What they sell.
everything's locked up and
Yeah.
you have to pay in that section.
That's how you know it's hood adjacent.
Okay. Do they sell alcohol there?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's not that hood.
The
The real hood grocery stores are the ones that they just don't sell alcohol anymore.
Why not?
Too many people died last year, apparently.
So I know a lot of restaurants. I know a lot of groceries cannot sell alcohol if they're within an X amount of distance of a school.
Mhm.
So that's the thing. Like a lot of Walmarts do that. I need to give you guys an update on something real quick.
Holla.
So in 1986, the worst movie of all time was created. That movie was called Top Gun. What it is it's just a close-up camera angle of Tom Cruise where they put the camera right in front of his face and then they shake the camera around while he sits in the cockpit of a plane that's not flying and he just does facial expressions behind aviators. Have you
Yeah.
seen this movie? That's the whole movie.
Little does moviegoer know that the plane is going so fast and loud, there's no way that he can hear Kenny
No,
Loggins.
not Highway
Nope.
to the Danger Zone. Hey, which by the way is a banger.
It holds up.
It's an absolute banger.
It holds up.
Everything about Kenny Loggins holds up.
Any 80s movie with a Kenny Loggins soundtracks absolutely bangs.
I agree.
Either Footloose was the other one.
Oh, Footloose.
Footloose.
Slaps.
Caddyshack,
Me and my
Top Gun.
lady have like a shared Spotify playlist of love songs from our like love story.
That's adorable.
Yeah, Return to Pooh Corner right there. Obviously.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Return to Pooh Corner.
Return to Pooh Corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a song. It's pretty good.
It's insanely good. So, Top Gun, because it was a joke and a disaster and terrible and the worst movie ever made, and there's no actual fight scene in Top Gun until the very last scene in the movie, where, spoiler alert for this movie that is now 30-something years old, the main character dies in the one and only battle in the whole movie, so he's like the worst airplane pilot of all time, but he's played out to be like a goose or a maverick. I don't know which one's better in this situation.
Not sure.
It's the worst movie ever made of all history. By the way, I don't know.
Absolutely.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Like Tom Cruise is obviously in love with Val Kilmer, and then he has this girlfriend that he doesn't admit that he's in love for until she's cross-dressing in like a baseball cap and a bomber jacket, and he's like, "Okay, this is pretty adjacent."
Oh.
Yeah,
This,
she was his beard,
yeah, 100%,
just like Aaron Rodgers always has one.
100%. Michael,
Yeah.
you're not buying this. It's the weirdest movie of all time.
Not that there's anything wrong.
No, nothing. And Jennifer Connelly, thank you.
Oh man.
Thank you.
Ugh.
Thank you for being you. Everything about you. Especially when you're all buoyed up in the way that Tom Cruise likes you. So, it's the worst film of all time. And if you remember, it was supposed to come out 2 years ago. 2.5 years ago. COVID years are weird. And this was the one.
We pumped a lot of money into this one.
Yeah.
we can't have crickets and tumbleweeds attending our premiere.
Can't do you dirty like we did Scarlett Johansson and Black Widow.
Oh my goodness.
Which, by the way, I get that with Marvel. They have to put out a lot of movies in a row. I get it. They have a series.
Hey, congratulations to Black Widow.
What about her?
Since Morbius came out, Black Widow isn't the worst Marvel movie anymore.
Well, to be fair,
To be fair. Oh,
To be fair,
Morbius is the best Morbius movie.
there's okay. Yeah.
So this new Maverick movie, are you ready for this number? Here's the update.
Okay.
$300 billion or something it made today.
With a B or with a, I'm pretty sure it's with a M.
All right. So it looks here. according to the Twitter. Okay,
They got
man.
like 150 million their first day.
$300 million global box office, sitting with an audience score of 99% and a cinema score of an A+. And you're like, Fred, how can that be? How can everyone universally love this? I'll tell you how. Because all these boomers out there have gone back to the movie theaters.
Sure.
And they have nothing else to compare this thing to. And they haven't been to a movie theater in 2.5 years.
They haven't been to a movie theater since the first Top Gun. And they're like, oh my God.
Yes, we're back.
What better time than now?
Also, Aviator sales through the roof. I logged on to Amazon this morning. It was delayed.
You didn't get a pair?
Couldn't get a pair.
Because obviously you wanted to jump on the bandwagon and buy another pair.
So Maverick.
Hey, I'll give you credit.
Yeah, go ahead.
Credit where credit's due.
Yep.
Ever since I've met you, you've been an Aviator guy.
I'm an Aviator guy.
So if you see Fred out in these streets wearing aviators, not today though.
I went away from
Whoopsie.
today.
Whoopsie. He's not on the Top Gun bandwagon.
No.
His Aviator street cred is through the roof.
Celtics put it on the Heat, and then the Heat tried to take it away from him, or the Celtics tried to give it back to him. That was big basketball this past weekend. Also, congratulations to the best in the world, CM Punk, as he was triumphant at Double or Nothing this past weekend over Hangman Adam Page, capturing the AEW World Championship.
I think that's good, Vital. Do you know what any of that means?
Do you see this shirt I'm wearing? This is a CM Punk shirt.
Oh, is that what that is?
So I'm
That's
repping.
like,
Thank you.
communist looking.
It's Chicago. It's CM Punk. It's
Yeah.
Chicago-made punk. That's not true. It actually stands for
Does
Chick Magnet.
CM stand for Chicago Marxist? Is that what that means?
Stands for Chick Magnet,
Oh,
which is what I am when I'm wearing this ringer tee celebrating CM Punk.
all right.
So AEW put an absolute banger of the show. It was the highest bought pay-per-view for AEW ever. So there you go. There's kind of a
Hold on.
Yeah.
You've been paying to watch wrestling this whole time?
Are you talking specifically to me?
Yes.
Because on the air, yes.
Oh my God, I thought they just gave it to you for free.
The-
Like, why else would people be fans?
That's what?
You invest that much time and you pay for it? Holy moly.
Took up basically my whole weekend.
This is surprising to me.
NBA playoffs whenever we get back. I think they start Thursday. Is it Wednesday or Thursday, Michael? I don't know. I have to figure that one out. Program only goes till 5:45 today. We hand it off to Josh Sushan in the Albuquerque Isotopes Radio Network as they are battling today in the Central Time Zone against Sugarland. That's the Space Cowboys, man.
I'm familiar.
Second matchup of the year where the Space Cowboys really, they just outscored your boys last time. So we're going to have to figure something out with that. We'll talk to Josh at 4:30. He has a very good interview tomorrow where he's sitting down with the brass balls and strike thing. So I think we need to come up with a couple questions. Feed him some questions. That's going to help us figure out this strike zone thing.
Okay.
2 Men On live from the John Lopez Real Estate and Coldwell Banker Legacy Studio. We're powered by New Mexico Pinion Coffee. We play on Team I-9 starter days at the YMCA. We spend our evenings at Hollow Spirits. And welcome to the program, Teller Vodka. It's 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
This report is brought to you by the Rio Grande Valley Celtic Festival and Highland Games.
There's only one place to find way more than a wee bit of fun. The annual Rio Grande Valley Celtic Festival and Highland Games. This Saturday and Sunday at Balloon Fiesta Park. Visit CeltFestABQ.com for family fun details.
Well, traffic right now, I-25, I-40, both look good. We are starting to see some slowdowns, though, northbound on I-25 between Gibson and about Lomas. We also have slowdowns right now. Westbound on Paseo, starting around Jefferson. So watch out for that this afternoon as well. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Shop in store or online at AmericanHome.com. They guarantee you'll pay less. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The Opening Drive with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Bach.
Global football coach Danny Gonzalez.
Obviously, there's something more than just what Coach Saban said the other night. As a football coach and more as a fan, what's next going to happen? So I kind of enjoyed it. All the NIL conversations you did on Friday are great. I mean, nobody knows, so keep asking questions. You might find ideas that we don't even think about.
Local talk. Weekday mornings from 7 till 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
These days, it's getting harder and harder to find savings. But you may have more cash than you realize in your home's equity. Unlock it today with a cash-out refinance from Rocket Mortgage. In the last year, average home values have gone up nearly 20%. That means you could unlock thousands of dollars from your home. And with Rocket Mortgage, you could get all that cash in as little as 3 weeks. Put your hard-earned money to work. Pay down high-interest debt and combine your balances into one simple, low monthly payment. Now is your perfect opportunity to take control of your financial future. So what are you waiting for? When you want to consolidate debt and simplify your finances, Rocket can. Call 8338-ROCKET today or go to rocketmortgage.com to get started. That's 8338-ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com. Rocket. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org number 3030. Call 800-490-1233 for disclosures and cost information.
Carla's retiring early next month. We're all going to have to learn to pick up a slack.
The dessert making role at Sawyer's restaurant, deserted.
Tom, you can handle beignets.
They need a new pastry chef who can souffle like it's a piece of cake.
Come on, guys, we got a line out the door. How much longer for those croissants?
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Earn up to $500 in sponsored job credits by conducting interviews on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Memorial Day is finally here, so now's the perfect time to upgrade your closet for summer with shirts from Untuck It. And you're in luck because everything is 25% off during Untuck It's Memorial Day event happening now. You can save big on all your summer essentials from wrinkle-free button-downs to no-sweat polos and more just in time for warm weather. If you haven't experienced the original Untucked shirt, now's your chance to save 25% on everything at 80-plus Untuck It stores and at untuckit.com.
Do you think you have COVID-19? Are you suffering from symptoms like cough, fever, shortness of breath, sore throat, or chills? Knowing if you have COVID-19 can help you seek proper treatment and prevent the virus from spreading to your family and community. You should get tested if you have symptoms of COVID-19 or have been in close contact with someone who tested positive for COVID-19. Don't wait. Find a test near you at findatestnm.org. That's findatestnm.org.
5X480, Dayton B100 V-Belt, one of the many parts Grainger carries. It's also the item that helped Rob carry the day. The job was on hold, deadline fast approaching, but a quick search on Grainger.com and Rob found his part. And with same-day pickup at his local branch, he and his crew got the job done, safely and on time. Get supplies and solutions for every industry with real-time product availability. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The Duke City's home for sports. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Shot clock down to 7. His possession breaking down. Smart right-hand dribble in the paint. Over the shoulder pass. Tatum against Strute. Tatum steps to his left. Forces a three. Got it! A monster shot by Jason Tatum has put the Celtics up by 12 with 5:47 in Game 7. You've been waiting for it all night.
Well, Michael, that's not the right clip because this is not the radio show where we would break down a game from 2 days ago because we know all the friends of the show are already aware of what happened 2 days ago. By the way, we're the afternoon show, so we only preview. Also, lastly, the highlight is my father, Jimmy Butler, not going to the freaking rim against old man Horford.
You take it to the hole.
Take it to the hole.
Take it to the
You
hole.
cowardice cat. How do you not look at old man Horford, see him going heels, and give him one of these?
Also, he drains that three. That's the story.
The best play in the
Can
history
you
of all
believe the
sports.
balls of Jimmy Butler spotting up and taking that three when he had an easy two just hanging out in front of him? That's a real clutch player right there.
That's a guy.
That's a team leader.
He knows.
That's what you want to lead your team into playoffs. That's the story right now. Also, the story is Jimmy Butler should have been the MVP, even though he lost.
Oh, give me more of that.
He threw that team on his back.
Yeah.
And got them to a Game 7 and got them within that 3-pointer they got taken away and a couple free throws from winning. His team was garbage.
Oh, his
the whole series.
Terrible. They're
garbage.
They're in the mix with LeBron's, what was that, 06 team?
Yeah.
As the worst finals or Eastern Conference team ever. And they won't be the worst finals team ever because LeBron is there. LeBron's 100% there.
Yes.
But Jimmy, I just want Jimmy to quit and go to a super team so he can get a ship.
Nah, I like it more. If he can get over the hump It's like Giannis did without a super team. If Jimmy can do it, it makes it worth all that much more.
Giannis, no offense, Vital, will never win again.
What?
He won't win again.
You are an insane person.
No. Right now, this Warriors team is as old as they've ever been, and they've never had a brighter future. This Warriors team is going to win 5 out of the next 5 championships.
Ah, yes, the hyperbole train. Choo-choo.
Oh, hop aboard, because I'm engineering this bad boy. Conductoring, engineering, think they're the same. Which one was George Carlin?
Well, whichever team gets
Shining Time Station,
the discarded Kyrie Irving, the discarded Russell Westbrook, the discarded James Harden, the discarded
Hey, I can already tell you
a brand new super team will emerge next year.
So what you're talking about is Kyrie Irving is going to go to the Jazz because they don't believe in medicine or science anyways over there in Utah.
Perfect.
Welcome. Here, welcome to the team. We've got you a locker, we've got you a jersey, and also here's the word of our Lord and Savior via the whatever book they use.
He's like, oh, this makes no sense and no one believes it? Sign me up.
We got the religion for you.
Where have you been my whole life?
Today from the live chat. Oh, this is very good. Today's varsity is the varsity of Tom Cruise movies. That is correct. Today's varsity.
I'm in.
Thank you so very much. Today's varsity, the varsity of Tom Cruise movies. This is a very good varsity.
Are Nicole Kidman and Kate Hudson movies also up for grabs here, or just Tom Cruise?
Eyes Wide Shut is creepy. I'm not a Kubrick guy because I don't like how real it feels inside of my body.
Kubrick is haunting.
Yeah.
How movies are.
Joining us on the program, friend of the show, Orlando, who is very funny, so I'm excited about this. Orlando, welcome.
Guys, it's been a while, man. I haven't talked to you since you moved up big time, full-time, Monday to Friday. I was the guy calling Saturdays on the way to Portales to visit my son at Easter.
Did he graduate? Did he graduate?
Yep, he just graduated.
Congratulations.
There we go.
No more Portales, and I'm okay with that.
Take that degree and come back to Albuquerque. That's what I say. Put it in the community.
Good place to visit, but
Orlando, what's going on, my dude?
But anyway, I did happen to listen to you guys talk last week, but you're talking about Jimmy. And he follows it up with 37-point performance. By the way, that's why. Buckets fan also.
Best.
But to follow it up with his performance on Sunday, and at first I was like, you guys thought he should have just taken it to the hole, but he was in rhythm, he was on fire, he was carrying, and it looked good. I mean, he left his hands, and like, he makes it, changes the whole thing.
The only thing I thought was even a little bit off was that landing. And you're like, well, the ball's already released, whatever. But it's all rhythm stuff. Sure. Yeah. But, and I agree with you, Orlando, that where in transition, that three-pointer is not as hated as it used to be. Thank you, Steph Curry. You changed it and ruined the game. But when you got old man Horford, he's winged arms, like when you're trying to stay afloat underwater as he's backpedaling so quickly, like you have to use your superior Jimmy Butlerism to get around old man Horford. You have to.
Easy bucket, tie it up, one defensive stop, come back and win.
Hey, but Orlando, you're both right. It's not sexy to tie it up.
Nope.
It's sexy to go ahead with the three.
Orlando, do you think that he should have got the MVP in a losing effort? Because I think by far he was the best player on the court.
Yeah. I would say yes, but you know it is. You're not going to get MVP when you lose. It's, just kind of an unwritten rule, I'm sure.
Team's got to be. You can't be a winner if your team's not a winner. So I agree with that.
Yeah.
Who do you got? Who do you got in the finals, and why is it the Warriors in 4?
They're well rested. They're the better team. They're deeper than the Celtics. Celtics are really going to have to buckle down on defense, which they're decent at, but too much firepower.
Yeah,
but you never know what can happen. I've seen worse. I've been a Laker fan forever, and the ups and downs of it. And I'll end it on one note. Remember, Go to Arby's. We used to argue about this all
No.
the time when I would call going to Portales. The Reuben sandwiches to die for.
Okay.
Hey, it's great talking to you guys. You guys have a great one.
Appreciate you.
Hey,
Orlando.
thanks for the call, Orlando.
Van, put this on your to-do list. Call Arby's, get the market fresh as a sponsor. Because as much free airtime as we give Arby's.
Chuck Howley, the only person to do it in NFL. Jerry West, the only person to do it in NBA.
So I would have got the Jerry West one I would have
Right.
got. Who was the other cat?
Chuck Howley of the Cowboys.
I don't know who that is.
Doomsday defensive end. Apparently dominated the game, but
Oh, I do know who that is. Never mind. He's very famous. What's up with this Ham Cat being the new head coach of the Lakers? Does this make news for anyone? Is this a headline thing?
Texas Tech's very own.
I guess. How do you take that job? Like, you saw the way Frank Vogel did dirty? You're like standing there waiting for this job? No. You got to give me all the money up front, Vital. I want, like, whatever the contract is, I say you give it all to me now or no. Luke Walton, who, by the way, should be the coach, he went back to Cleveland to be an assistant coach because he knows how bad LA is.
Yep.
I bet Ben Simmons gets a chance to go to LA.
Somebody's got to take him.
God, that's so gross. He never played a game. Never played a game for the Nets.
The word on the street is Darvin Ham only took the job because he's going to get the autonomy to make his own decisions. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. Sure, buddy. That is adorable.
There's just no way. Just no way.
First time NBA head coach gets the keys of the Porsche on the Lakers, and he gets to pick his coaching staff and players. It's brilliant.
We get to pick the questions that Josh Sushan is going to ask the powers that be about automatic ball strike, and we'll do that when we get back from the break. 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
So traffic right now, we've got crash cleanup going on northbound on Coors. That is as you approach McMahon, and it is affecting multiple lanes and causing quite a bit of backups. You're going to want to be careful if you're going through there. Elsewhere around town right now, northbound on I-25 between Gibson and Lomas, that's moving slow, and still seeing some slowdown southbound on Coors as you approach Montano.
You should plan for the expected and insure against the unexpected. Get a quality life plan. Call 858-GATEWAY. That's 858-GATEWAY.
This report brought to you by Gateway Insurance.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, the largest selection of in-stock furniture in the state. Locally owned and operated. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The Jim Rome Show.
I'm not sure I've seen anything like that in sports. What Rich Strike did as an 80-1 long shot, coming back from as far as he did and navigating his way through traffic the way he did was absolutely astonishing. Maybe you don't care at all about horse racing, but there's no way you can watch that and not say that that didn't give you chills.
The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Nothing says summer like an ice-cold Twisted Tea hard iced tea. Smooth, refreshing, real brewed tea with 5% alcohol. Look for Twisted Tea in the bright yellow cans. Keep it twisted!
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Hello, this is Joe Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is a firm that practices family law exclusively. We focus on only one area of the law to maximize our strength and effectiveness as advocates for clients that have everything on the line: their homes, retirement, savings, and most importantly, their children. We're the partner our clients count on. If we can be of help to you, give us a call.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Albuquerque area attorneys. 6565 America's Parkway Northeast, Suite 900, Albuquerque, New Mexico, 87110.
Broken bricks, falling fences, damaged doors. Gorilla Glue, of course. Gorilla Glue is incredibly strong, 100% waterproof, and bonds virtually everything. Gorilla Glue, for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Carla's retiring early next month. We're all going to have to learn to pick up the slack.
The dessert making role at Sawyer's restaurant, deserted.
Tom, if you can handle beignets.
They need a new pastry chef who can souffle like it's a piece of
Come
cake.
on, guys, we got a line out the door. How much longer for those croissants?
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Earn up to $500 in sponsored job credits by conducting interviews on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Memorial Day is finally here, so now's the perfect time to upgrade your closet for summer with shirts from Untuck It. And you're in luck because everything is 25% off during Untuck It's Memorial Day event happening now. You can save big on all your summer essentials from wrinkle-free button-downs to no-sweat polos and more just in time for warm weather. If you haven't experienced the original Untucked shirt, now's your chance to save 25% on everything at 80-plus Untuck It stores and at untuckit.com.
Are you a car enthusiast, gearhead, or do you just like having fun? New Mexico's biggest car cruise happens Saturday night, June 18th in Clovis, New Mexico. The Bender family of dealerships presents Dragon Main. Join thousands for Friday night's block party, Saturday's gearhead gathering, and the main event, Saturday night's Main Street Cruise. Drive it, trailer it, or push it. Everyone's welcome at Dragon Main. Get details at dragonmain.org. That's dragonmain.org. Paid for by the City of Clovis Launchers Tax.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is Terry Crews, and that is a sweet.
Goodbye, guys. 30 seconds. Josh is standing by.
Right. AGT is back with the electricity of a big crowd, with the most incredible acts yet. Plus, your favorite judges, Simon, Howie, Heidi, and Sophia, and $1 million up for grabs with a live audience.
AGT is back, followed by the premiere of Dancing with Myself, tonight on NBC.
The Open.
Here we go.
With Jeff Symbieta and JJ Bond. 7 till 10 on 95.9 FM and 610. Sports Animal.
The goose to our Maverick, Josh Sushan, joining us on the program. Josh, how are you?
I'm awesome. I saw Maverick yesterday on the day off.
Well, give us the breakdown then.
There we go.
Feel free to go spoiler heavy because neither of us care enough.
I'm not going to spoil it for anyone.
All right.
I can just tell you that I liked the original a lot, and I liked the new one even more.
So if you were me and did not care for the original at all, how do you feel I am going to feel about this?
You should still go see it, and you should see it in the theater.
Are you going to see it twice? Do you want to go together?
Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, finally.
Seriously, that's the type of movie that's why movie theaters exist, for that type of movie.
I do like that. I like
the sound and like the visuals. It's so much better than on a laptop, let alone even like on a fancy TV. I mean, I liked it. And I'm not a guy who goes to a ton of movies, but it was worth every penny.
Okay,
awesome.
No spoilers, but is there a scene in the new Top Gun that challenges your heterosexuality as the volleyball scene? Is there one in there?
Does that exist?
Wouldn't that give it away? I mean, wouldn't that be a spoiler? Yeah, the answer is yes.
Heck
absolutely.
yeah.
Almost every single scene, really. But
Fine.
yes, one in particular.
Now I'm in.
It's sober. Today's I-9 varsity is the varsity of Tom Cruise movies. You want to throw one out there, Josh? Is it Maverick? Is that on the list for you?
Oh, that's you know what was an underrated movie of Tom Cruise that I really liked was All the Right Moves.
What?
Do you guys remember All the Right Moves?
That's a terrible one to pick. Why would you pick that one?
Because most people forget it.
Well,
I mean, risky business. Obviously,
it's forgettable, but Van cannot forget it because he's a big Craig T. Nelson guy.
Okay.
You're such a
Huge
Craig
Coach
T.
guy.
Nelson guy.
Yeah.
So weird.
Coach and Dauber all day, baby.
So you got a big sit down tomorrow, Josh. Tell us what you got going on with your podcast.
All right. So it's been a really long time since I've done a podcast.
Yeah, we know.
Okay. Thanks for the reminder, for the encouragement. There's a guy by the name of Joe Martinez. He pitched in the major leagues. He pitched in the minor leagues for a long time. He now works in Major League Baseball's corporate offices, and he is one of the primary people who is in charge of all of the very many experimental rules taking place in minor league baseball, from pitch clock to automated ball strike system to two pickoff rules to banning the shift to larger bases. There's a lot of different things that are going on, and basically he's Theo Epstein's right-hand man. Those two are like the two primary guys who are involved in it. Obviously, they report to others, and there's anyway. So I'm going to sit down with him, and I'm going to ask him a whole bunch of questions about all of this stuff, like why is it being done, and what are the goals from this, and what does the data say so far, and what type of feedback you're getting, and which of these rules is most likely to happen in the major leagues and why, and what are some of the unintended consequences that you've learned, both pro and con, about this. So I'm looking forward to, look, I'm a part of it every day. I hope that he values what I see and what I hear from players and coaches every day. In fact, just now I was just talking to a bunch of guys on the team and asking, hey, what would you want to ask? And I'm going to continue to get more feedback from guys. Like, what would you want to ask? What would you want to say? So I'm looking forward to kind of getting into a deep, deep dive into all these experimental rules.
I don't know if it's because we're media, but I haven't necessarily heard negative response to really anything. There are guys that'll throw some jokes or whatever, but I don't feel like there is an outrage at the minor league level about some of these rule implementations. Do you feel that to be true with your inside baseball knowledge, or do you feel that I've hit the nail on the head?
I'd say that there's probably more negativity than you and I hear, but it's kind of kept quiet.
Sure.
I can tell you that in my just very brief asking guys, what would you want to know? What would you want to say? One of the main things that I just heard was the value of defensive catchers is being totally taken away right now. That the whole point of a catcher is to catch the ball. And it no longer matters how you catch the ball, how you frame the ball.
The drop
whatever
ball
you do
roll,
with your glove, dropping balls. That's a skill. It's an important skill for a catcher to have in the major leagues, and that skill is gone. And that's not the only one. It's hard enough for catchers to throw out would-be base runners because of the two pickoffs. Also, if you step in front of the plate in order to give the signs to the infielders and the outfielders, that counts as a disengagement. That counts as a pickoff move. So that hurts your pitcher. Again, that hurts you. Bigger bases makes it, in theory, it's a little bit easier to steal bases. So it's that much harder for a catcher. So that the value of a defensive catcher, pretty much every rule goes against what they can potentially value for a team.
What's your number one question that you're so excited to ask? What's at the top of your list?
Ooh, that is good because I've kind of broken them down by rule more so than like most interested in.
Sure.
I know that I'm going to start with pace of play because it feels like that's the one that's most likely to get implemented in the major leagues. And from within that topic, it would be how guys can manipulate the clock, the consistency of the clock from city to city, operator to operator, whether the numbers that are being used right now, which is 14 seconds no one on base, 19 seconds when someone is on base, whether those are extra fast now because they want it to be a little bit slower in the major leagues, or whether those would be the right numbers. And then when it comes to the automated ball strike, I would say, does the umpire have the ability to override the computer in what circumstances? I've heard conflicting messages about that. Also, why, if the plate is 17 inches, did they add an inch on each side to make it 19 inches? But then if any part of the baseball hits the strike zone, then it's a strike, and the baseball is roughly 3 inches. So that means a 17-inch strike zone plus 2 is 19 plus 6. That's really a 25-inch strike zone. So just kind of why the strike zone is what it is. Also, the height difference between – we always use Jose Altuve versus Aaron Judge as the ultimate example.
Smart. That's a good one.
Like how that impacts things and the pitcher being able to know where the bottom of the strike zone is based on the hitter. So I think that I would start with, that's a whole lot there, right? That might be 20 minutes.
I'll tell you the one I got, and just hear me out on it, because I don't know Rob Manfred, but I got a lot of context clues. Any amount of time saved with a pitch clock or pace of play at Major League Baseball is going to be filled with commercials.
Yes.
Like, you're not going to end up with a shorter overall product the way I understand big business and Major League Baseball. Can you get for me on your podcast interview a pledge for Major League Baseball to actually speed up the game and to not just fill it with more Bud Light commercials?
Yeah, I can ask that. Yeah, I've just added that to the list.
I mean, that's exactly the issue that I've been harping on. The faster you make the game, the more commercials they're going to fill it with. One of my favorite things about baseball is a 3-hour game. It takes 3 hours to play. NFL is a 60-minute game. It takes 3 hours to play.
Mhm.
NBA is a 48-minute game. It takes 3 hours to play. NHL, the exact same. Like, can't we just enjoy a 3-hour game of baseball? To anyone concerned, I don't think this shaving of 30 minutes is going to be that big of a deal. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't necessarily care about the length of the game. I care more about the pace of the game.
Good point.
And it's a hard thing to sort of just like, I know that's just really
I get
like a
it.
blanket statement. There's some 3-hour games that are really boring, and there's some 3-hour games that are action packed. What I honestly dislike the most is seeing guys stand around and adjust their batting gloves after every pitch, and pitchers pace around the mound and huff and puff to get themselves ready so that they can max effort delivery on every pitch. I really don't care how long the game goes. I just want more action. I want fewer walks.
Yeah, that's
I
a
want
good point.
fewer strikeouts. I want to see athletes be athletes. And so it doesn't matter to me how long the game is. I just want action.
I agree with that completely, because obviously you guys know the way I handle sports is I compare all sports to entertainment. Like, it has to be entertaining.
Sure.
The best WWE WrestleMania versus the worst WWE WrestleMania is night and day. And that's the exact same idea here, to where as long as it's filled with something that keeps my attention, I'm in. But right now, is Major League Baseball always filled with that? Yes, I'm a dumb fan like you two, and I like to watch all those little nuances. But as I'm explaining it to my niece or my nephew or my lady, no, they don't get it that way. So to be able to draw those three in, I think is a very important aspect of the game. But again, we're just going to end up with more commercials.
Well, I look at this too. Like, you watch a baseball game and say about the third or fourth inning, and you go, okay, by now everyone's arrived who's going to arrive, right? And you look at how many people in the ballpark, and then look at how many people are in the ballpark by the ninth inning, right? So if I went to go see Maverick yesterday and I left with 20 minutes left in the movie because I didn't care how it ended, that's a problem. If I'm watching a 9-part series on Netflix,
Good point.
and by the time that I get to the 6th or 7th, no longer care what happens with these characters, then that's a problem. Right? No matter how entertaining, no matter how drama-filled it might be, if there's a lot of people that don't care to watch the end of a movie or a TV show, then that's a problem. And the same thing with baseball or any sport, or an opera or a play, like anything.
The
if people are
Walking
leaving
Dead.
before it's over, then you got a problem with your product.
I'm at least in favor of the majority of the new rule changes. I'd like to see more data, obviously. But one I have a big problem with is the 2 pickoffs, because you're going to see any speedster next year like, well, he's 16 for 19 stealing bases, but he's 100% after the 2 pickoffs. Like, every guy with above average speed is just going to be 100% on stolen bases next year, right?
That could be. I mean, I think the counter argument to that is that there's very few speedsters that exist, and maybe this creates a few more people willing to try to steal bases who didn't in the past. I've not made up my mind about the 2 pickoffs. To be honest, I think it has the potential to be the rule that changes the sport the most, but so far I've seen it change the sport the least.
Okay.
I've actually been surprised that more people have not tried to take advantage of it. There's only one time that I can specifically recall where it's changed the game, where it changed an inning. I've seen a few other times where someone tried to have it change an inning, but it just didn't work out that way. I think the guys who are going to run more often, and guys who are not going to run are not running. But maybe that means that you draft more speedsters, right?
Sure.
Or maybe it means that you teach that more in the minor leagues, that you go after more athletes.
And then with the dead ball, I mean, if this is the direction baseball's going, like, you're going to want guys to put it in play. You're going to want guys who can steal bases again. Is this the segue back into small ball?
Well, it's interesting. I was actually thinking about that today, and I was thinking about baseball in like the late 70s, early 80s, and how different the sport was. Now, back then, almost every team, especially in the National League, had a symmetrical concrete ballpark where the wind could not affect the ball because there was no jet streams, where there was a lot of foul territory because they played football and baseball there, and there was artificial turf. And the gaps were huge, again, because you played football in the same stadium. So it was hard to hit home runs, and it didn't make sense to hit the ball in the air. And so you hit the ball on the ground because you had artificial turf, and that sped up the play. And so that led to more ground balls. That led to more hit and runs, more stolen bases. Then the cookie cutter multi-sport ballparks are gone now. Now there's less foul territory. That's one of the things that people forget the most about the changes in ballparks is there's so fewer foul ball outs now than there ever was because fans are closer than they've ever been to the field. So there's that. And then there's more jet streams. The dimensions are shorter. It's easier to hit home runs. And so now there's less of an emphasis on ground balls and stolen bases and hit and runs. Now there's more emphasis on launch angle and hit home runs. So I don't think that this is going to magically change it. We'll see if it subtly changes it a little bit. But the bottom line is the sport is dictated by the ballpark. Here in Sugar Land, the wind is blowing in. We are at sea level. We are at 87 feet above sea level. So it makes no sense to hit fly balls. You have to hit the ball on the ground in low line drives here. It's just not going to carry. In Albuquerque, it doesn't really work to bunt. Why would you waste an out in Albuquerque when you can hit a home run so easily?
Last one before we let you go, Josh. And I wanted to give you the whole segment before I sprung this one on you. Do you really only think Maverick was so good because you were so completely hyped from the walk-off victory on Sunday and you carried that emotion into the theater?
It could be.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted it to be good. I did. I didn't go in there like, do you ever go into a movie like wanting it to suck? You know, like I wanted it to be good. And I'd heard, I saw a few things on Twitter that said it was really good. I was like, that's enough. I don't want to read more. But I legitimately thought that it was better than the original.
Okay. But not the jazz of calling a walk-off probably hours before you went to see the movie because you were so wired. That probably has nothing to do with it.
I'm always wired in a good mood,
That's
man.
right.
What do I have to be mad about in life? Really?
Fair.
I get paid to go to a ballpark every day.
Weird flex, but I'm into it. I like it a lot. Josh Sushan, thank you so very much. We didn't talk about the lefty Dylan Overton. He's going tonight. He's trying to escape, 5 in a row? So best of luck to our boy tonight on the mound.
Sounds good. We'll talk tomorrow.
Good dude. He loves the game, man.
You don't say.
He loves the game.
I love talking about the game with him.
He knows it, too. It's not like me and Vital where we're like, Brewers, Cardinals. Can do nothing else. Craig Counsell, am I right?
Those Brewers really put it on the Redbirds.
They did this weekend.
Okay, I asked about the volleyball scene. I forgot to ask if Kenny Loggins is on the soundtrack.
I believe he is.
Those are two X's in the equation that will get me to the theater.
I think Danger Zone is like a big part of this movie again.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
like a Tame Impala remix, or
what?
Like a modern remix, or like they just use the same Danger Zone.
When we get back from the break, I'm going to decode what Van is trying to explain to me, and also a little NFL talk. 2 minutes on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Staples offers the latest laptops and networking solutions for working from home, in office, or both. And right now, save up to $260 on select PCs. In-store only. Offer ends 5/28. Limit 2 while supplies last. The latest tech solutions at Staples, the working and learning store. This report is sponsored by Staples Stores.
All right, traffic right now. We are still dealing with that crash. Rio Bravo and Isleta. It is affecting traffic in all directions, mainly though westbound Rio Bravo. Seeing quite a bit of slowdowns there, so watch out for that. Also seeing slowdowns right now, northbound I-25 Gibson to Central. That's moving slow. Southbound I-25 Osuna to Montgomery. We're starting to see congestion and slowdowns there as well.
This report is brought to you by the Rio Grande Valley Celtic Festival and Highland Games.
There's only one place to find way more than a wee bit of fun. The annual Rio Grande Valley Celtic Festival and Highland Games. This Saturday and Sunday at Balloon Fiesta Park. Visit CeltFestABQ.com for family fun details.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Shop in store or online at AmericanHome.com. They guarantee you'll pay less. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Jim Rome with the CBS Sports Minute. Say, New York, what's cracking? Especially you, New York Ranger fan. How you living today? I already know the answer. Absolutely incredible. You all flew right out of bed with the same intensity that your Rangers brought to Carolina when they punched the Canes right in the mouth the second the puck dropped in Game 7 last night. I'm Jim Rome.
The opening drive with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Bach.
You got Chris Paul, this was going to be it. You got an upcoming superstar in Devin Booker. Ayton's coming to his own. You got all these pieces off the bench. They fell apart to the tune of a 123-90 rump beating in their building in Game 7. But I'm looking around and going, man, it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault. Nobody is out of blame in this because this thing not only fell apart, it fell apart in a week.
On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
If you're trying to buy a home, you know how much competition there is. Multiple offers and most of them above the asking price. So how do you get an advantage? Scott Stigler here for Indigo Mortgage. One way to set your offer apart is with a pre-approval, not just a pre-qualification. A pre-approval gives the seller confidence the loan is solid and takes away any guesswork about what offer to accept. A pre-approval is an actual approval. A pre-qualification is really just an analysis of the loan by the lender, not seen by an underwriter. So the pre-approval letter gives you an edge, maybe the difference in getting the home you want. Because Indigo Mortgage is a mortgage broker, they can help you get a pre-approval. Not all mortgage companies do this for customers, and Indigo Mortgage does it for free. See, they really do live up to the promise that nobody cares more about your mortgage loan. Call Ben Lucero and his team at Indigo Mortgage, 836-5700, or go to indigomortgage.net. NMLS 188348.
It's the perfect season to power your passions during Dell's summer sale event. Save up to $250 on the very latest Dell XPS computers and Alienware systems, all powered by Intel Core processors. You'll also find great savings on Dell monitors, docks, and other popular accessories. Special limited quantity deals start each weekday at 10 a.m. through May 31st. Plus, enjoy free shipping on everything. Just call 800-BUY-DELL for summer sale event savings. That's 800-BUY-DELL.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. You're driving along and some nimrod cuts you off. You hit the horn. Jeez, it sounds like a goose in distress. Time to head over to eBay Motors. They have horns for every make and model, not to mention horn pads, steering wheels, wiring, and more. 122 million.
Stand by, here we go.
Go for an upgrade. It looks like Mr. Cutoff Man needs a new seat cover. Try eBay Motors, pal. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Don't miss the opening drive with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Start your morning weekdays at 7. 95.
I have 3 minutes here, and you're up.
The Sports Animal.
Little NFL talk before we get out of the hour. Big thank you to Gus Sushan. It was 45 minutes away from the baseball game. 55 minutes? No, the pregame. We're 55 minutes away from the pregame.
2 minutes, Turkish.
What's the name of the pregame show? On Deck?
Yes.
That's a very good name for a show.
I refer to it as the Josh Shushan show, but that's fine. Call it whatever you want.
Well, the name of our program is 2 Men On.
Yeah.
And that's not just suggestive of Jason. It's a baseball reference.
Yes.
Yeah, 2 Men On.
We're baseball fans.
We're baseball fans.
Yeah. 2 men on base. Yeah. But hey, 2 men on whatever topic it is, segment.
So if, for instance, we're having Josh Sushan on, we're like, and where do we get back? 2 Men On Josh Sushan.
Yeah.
That's
completely
fine.
Yeah.
It's not even weird at all.
Straight as a fishing pole right there, buddy.
Well, those bend. Those get pretty curved.
So does Josh Shushan, apparently, with that reference.
2 Men On Jay Ajayi. So, do you know who Jay Ajayi is?
Jay Ajayi?
Yeah.
Fantasy darling from the
Boise
2000s.
State running back.
Boise State to Miami Dolphin.
Some of that sounds correct.
Yeah.
So, what Jay had done professionally was he hedged his bet. So Jay got paid, all right? So Jay got paid $8 million to go play football for the Philadelphia Eagles in 2018.
You say he got paid Ajayi?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And...
Or is it Jay Ajayi paid?
It's that one.
Yeah.
That one's much better. So as he went to play for the Eagles, before the $8 million contract, Mike Vitale, he took out an insurance policy on himself in case there was injury.
Wicked schmat.
And he would miss out on some of
that.
So, and traditionally these things, it'll cost you about $100,000. $100,000 out your actual pocket to cover, and this is like tax-free. This is insurance pays the difference, the whole thing. Anyways, he has to retire from an ACL thing. He only played like a handful of games, whatever. So this insurance thing owes him like $5 million, boys.
Mm-hmm.
And he just settled with the insurance company to get paid. Okay.
Nice.
Here's the thing, though. NFL don't care about no players. NFL don't care about no guys that win Super Bowls. NFL
you don't say.
Don't care about no one. And what you got to do is you got to insure yourself outside the game because your union's so soft that it don't insure it for you, and you don't have assured contracts. And if you are a fan of the NFL, make sure that you realize the NFL not only does not care about you, it does not care about the players that you are fans of.
So you're insuring yourself against future earnings, projected future earnings.
Yep.
The insurance company gives you a reasonable amount that you could earn if you get hurt or you have to pay, et cetera, et cetera. I didn't know
music
active players did this, I thought a lot of draft prospects did it.
On where they get taken? They used to, but now it's slotted. But what you're saying is correct.
Right. But good for him. And it sucks he had to fight
30.
his back. He's out here in these streets alone fighting for something that's already black and white on paper, and they tried to cheat him out of.
2 Men On, live from the John Lopez Real Estate and Coldwell Banker Legacy Studio. We're powered by New Mexico Pinon. We play on Team I-9. Start our days at the YMCA of Central New Mexico. Spend our evenings at Hollow Spirits. We got that Teller Vodka, boys. It's 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
All right, traffic right now. We are still dealing with that crash. Rio Bravo and Isleta. It is affecting traffic in all directions, mainly though westbound Rio Bravo. Seeing quite a bit of slowdowns there, so watch out for that. Also seeing slowdowns right now, northbound I-25 Gibson to Central. That's moving slow. Southbound I-25 Osuna to Montgomery. We're starting to see congestion and slowdowns there as well.
This message is brought to you by Blake's Lottaburger. Introducing Blake's newest flavor of iced coffee, caramel. Made with double brewed premium blend coffee for the very best taste. Caramel iced coffee joins Blake's original 3 flavors, classic, vanilla, and mocha. Perfect paired with a spicy breakfast burrito, available all day at all Blake's locations.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, the largest selection of in-stock furniture in the state. Locally owned and operated. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Jim Rome with your Rome Report. I will be real with you. I did think Heat Celtics was done after Game 5. I even said as much right here. Miami was done. D-U-N, done. So I'm as surprised as anybody to still be talking about Miami today. And most definitely stunned to be talking about Jimmy Butler and that pull-up J. If you're like most people, you probably saw Butler pull up on that break with less than 20 seconds left down 2 and thought, what is he doing? That's not what he does. That's not his game. Why is he jacking it up from beyond the arc? Go hard into the paint, draw contact. Worst case scenario is you do what you've been doing all game long. You make your free throws. Then the game is tied. Or you have the lead. No, the analytics may not say that's the right basketball play. But to me, the right basketball play is what Jimmy Butler says is the right basketball play. I have no issue with that, and neither should anybody else.
The toasted cheddar chalupa is back in town. And by in town, that means at Taco Bell. So if crispy bites of cheddar cheese toasted onto a flaky shell sounds delicious to you, get yourself a toasted cheddar chalupa at participating Taco Bell locations for a limited time only.
Are you 50 years or older? The New Mexico Department of Health recommends that you receive a second COVID-19 booster. If it's been 4 months since your first booster, it's time to schedule your second. Individuals that are 50 years of age or older have an increased risk of severe COVID-19 illness. This is especially important for individuals with underlying medical conditions. Your health risk is lowest when you stay up to date with your COVID-19 vaccines. Don't wait. Schedule your booster today at vaccinenm.org. That's vaccinenm.org.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is Terry Crews, and that is the sweet, sweet sound of a live audience. That's right. AGT is back with the electricity of a big crowd, with the most incredible acts yet. Plus, your
stand by.
Simon, Howie, Heidi, and Sophia, and $1 million up for grabs with a live audience.
AGT is back, followed by the premiere of Dancing with Myself, tonight on NBC.
KG40BL Albuquerque is 95.9 FM, AM 610 KNML Albuquerque. The Sports Animal.
Proud to be a Cumulus media station, even if they're not that proud of us.
Now batting for the Sports Animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, Men On.
Here we go.
Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Robert Buck D. Gibson.
This is Two Men On
And you're up.
with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
All right, when I wake up in the morning, boys, I turn on TMZ. Is that what you guys do? Is it a similar motion, or am I the only one in this?
I have a glass of water first.
You can't handle how thirsty it makes you. WNBA is currently going on without Brittany Griner. We'll figure that out at some point. So I turn on the TMZ this morning. It's not a TV show. It's, why did I say turn on? Log on to? Whatever. Yeah. Log on to the TMZ. By the way, welcome to 5 o'clock. This is probably for a lot of the friends of the show right now. This was the first day they worked in like 4 days. And today sucked.
Bummer.
Today super sucks.
God, and it's so beautiful outside.
Oh my gosh.
It's the perfect day.
Memorial Day is coming. It's the summer now. Kids are off school. I bought the nieces and nephews a basketball rim. Did I tell you this?
No.
Oh my gosh. So my lady, she's got a bunch of nieces and nephews. Cool.
I mean, is this for their athletic development or just for your entertainment?
So twofold, right?
Sweet.
Because her sister, blended family, a lot of kids, it's a whole deal or whatever. And these kids, they just like ignorantly think I'm the coolest. Well, I'm not, obviously. No. But can I take you to a Lobos game? Yes, I can. That makes me the coolest. So they want to like do stuff all the time.
Okay.
And like between the three of us and the friends of the show, I'm not down for arts and crafts. I don't care for that world. But can I go outside and shoot some layups? Heck yes, I can.
Sweet.
So went and got a couple games of horse going. Am I throwing games? Whatever. Kids feel good about it. Put on a little
throw away your glitter and macaroni, Delilah.
Oh, gosh.
We're going to shoot some hoops.
So I got the kids, and it's adjustable. You know what I mean? So they're little kids, so it goes low.
Yeah.
It's like, whatever, 6 foot, 7 foot. It goes all the way up to 10 foot where the big boys play. So it's kind of a cool thing.
They'll be playing wiffle ball by the end of the summer.
All right, so that's for real, Vital. That's a real thing in my life. We're about to play in that celebrity softball thing over at Isotopes Park.
Right.
Which, by the way, I'm talking to Isotopes today. I'm like, what's up? Me and Van just watched this documentary on the Savannah Bananas. Like, we trying to put a show on. What's up? And the Isotopes are like, if you could just like be cool out there, that'd be nice. I'm like,
don't do you that hard.
I was like, well, we're gonna steal the show is what we're gonna do, Isotopes. And I was like, are you putting us? We're playing on the infield. We're not playing no weird outfield grass thing, right? And they're like, no, it's a straight up thing. And I'm like, cool, I got a lot of fans. How many tickets can I get? They're like, Fred, you get 4 tickets. Everyone gets 4 tickets.
To give away or to sell?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I was like, are you televising this? Because this is the show.
Yeah. This is gonna be way better than the actual game.
Duh. And if I do poorly, it'll only be in performance, not in spectacle.
For sure.
Duh. Hey, you give me an Isotopes jersey, you know the first thing I'm doing it? Cutting it into like the Ultimate Warrior style tanglies and like going out there like cray.
I've already got a couple shticks cooked up.
Duh.
We're gonna get uninvited so hard.
Oh, after this one?
Yeah.
Not only will we not be asked back, but we won't be asked back in like a very formal manner. Well, they'll tell our boss.
This is gonna be the inaugural and final after what Van and Fred did out there.
You know, often they're like, due to circumstances, this event has been canceled. They'll be like, due to Sir Van stances. That's what they'll say.
Van, you thought being escorted out of L.A. place of business?
Universal Studios, yeah. Michael. That's where Van got escorted out of.
First off, I'd never do that to my home team or home city.
Vital,
I'll get close.
In the Buck. He was in the Buck at Universal Studios, and they said...
Buck adjacent. I still had my skibbies.
This
is a true story. Why are you making that face?
Vital, they didn't say...
You didn't know this part?
I didn't know that aspect of it.
Vital, they didn't say, sir, we need to ask you to leave. They just said, sir, really? But we knew that meant it's time to leave.
Oh, I knew going into it exactly what would happen.
No. And there's video, Vital. Did you hear what I said? I don't know how public that video is, but it exists in certain iClouds.
If anyone from the lovely Isotopes organization is listening, I am not going to disrobe at your event. I'll pinky swear over the air right now. It was a one-off celebration for my 40th. But we got to have some fun.
All right. I just Googled here on the Amazon. It's Amazon rainbow style clown fro wigs. So do you want one? We'll both get one.
Is there a price break at 2? Because I think I'm going to do my own thing. You do the clown wig.
Yeah.
And
the rainbow one. You know what I'm talking about?
And I'll just cut a few locks off and let them casually spill out of my shorts.
Like Garfunkel?
Yeah.
What we need is proper representation for this.
Okay.
And we could do that with Donda Sports.
Like an agent?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Donda Sports, which you know is Kanye.
That's a clown agent, bro.
Ye? Is that his name? Ye or Yee?
Yee.
So it's Yee?
You're going down a slide.
So Jaylen Brown, who is Vital's favorite player, and by the way, I explained to Vital how Jaylen Brown is garbage and he makes poor decisions. Here's a prime example. He signed with Donda Sports.
Okay.
Which is, yee. It's like when Mario hits a coin box.
That sounded more like Toadstool.
It's like when Toadstool hits a coin box. Cut that off. So as it's been reported, Aaron Donald has recently done this too.
Ooh.
Because if he's like now doing like the circle too, where he's like, don't bet on me playing ever again. By the way, I have a new agent. It's Donda Sports. Like, what?
This is gonna go great.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, maybe.
If you ask
Kanye,
me, Jay-Z is lazy.
Jay-Z could like take this thing very seriously, set up a very professional network of highly trained individuals. Ye is just gonna like, he's just gonna find that the spirit, the Lord's gonna hit him in the right spot, and he's just gonna hire random people.
Donda says they eyed the Eastern Conference champ because of his intelligence, social activism, and charitable work, as well as he's pretty good on the court.
They eyed him because he would accept their offer.
Yes, that's what it is.
He'd take anybody at this point.
So it's apparently real important to Yee that all of the clients at Donda Sports are God-fearing men.
Okay.
So there you go.
I fear God.
You do?
Yeah.
What about him?
Have you seen Clash of the Titans?
That's such a very specific example.
Yes. See how much damage they did?
You know what my thing is about God?
Have you read the Old Testament?
I have problems. I go to prayer. He gives me the tools I need to resolve my problems, as he's done historically throughout the entirety of the Bible. And then for some reason, all the individuals that surround me won't recognize that the tools are immediately in front of me, thanks to God, to fix all the problems that currently exist in the world. I'm talking primarily about gun control.
Interesting. Go on.
Nope. On the wrong broadcast channel for that.
Across the glass, though, maybe.
TJ.
DJ Trout. You hearing us? Who's his producer today? Is he tuning in?
Is that Rebecca Dow over there? Who's over there right now?
Well, that's Mike Trujillo on the other side of the glass.
Okay.
Producer.
Somebody's in with him.
I think he's got food over there or something. He's interviewing a guy.
We got to go.
Okay.
We have 100% walked into TJ's studio during live broadcasts, snapped off his charcuterie board, and come back to the studio. Because what's he going to do? He's on the mic.
Poured a little sampler of wine. Got some nice spicy meats. Came right back into the studio.
Beer.
Kanye believes that he will be able to advance Brown to a quote-unquote superhero status during his career and then long after his playing days. Don't think that is a title.
So your agent can fill you with genetic changing superhero serum? Is that what he's saying?
He just gives him a bunch of spider bites.
Yeah. Kanye, quit putting spiders in my bedroom.
Also, after the HBO special this past week, there's a new come forther in the Deshaun Watson misconduct lawsuit.
Is that 23 now?
It's 23 and Deshaun. So, sucks for old Deshaun, the creepo weirdo. Real number, over under, 50.
50?
Yeah, over under. 49.5, over under.
How long has he been in the league?
Several years.
Definitely over.
Okay,
definitely over. But there's just so many that were consensual that there's no way they can sign up for it. That's my thoughts.
I agree with everything you just said.
Yeah. He's got way too many receipts on too many of them.
That's the thing too. Because if somebody cashes that check on you and you're holding that receipt, because that's the only thing that's really allowed us to even have this radio career. It's just how many receipts we're holding over people.
Yeah, just the dirt we have on people. Yeah, it's 100% true.
Not 100%.
That's why the case didn't get charged criminally, because all the receipts they already had for the majority of these alleged
Oh, you're insanely correct.
events
Yeah.
being consensual.
And like
And
when
then they text about it and they talked about it and they're like, hey, here's a story about a perv named Sean. It's right here.
And you know what we do sometimes is failed idiot millennials
Mm-hmm.
is we don't always use the most clarifying language. I think that's a fun thing about our program. So when we say receipts, we're not talking the drive-through at McDonald's friend of the show.
Yeah.
We're talking about knowledge in hand.
Correct.
Yeah.
Evidence, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah. Receipts is language for proof.
And well, and also it's language for payback. Because like I'll give a receipt. Like I will give a receipt, and all my receipts are like professional. Like I'm not going to see you like on the street and give you a receipt, but like I'll make sure like if it's coming to you, you don't leave without a receipt.
Yes.
Donda is going to help your favorite player, Brown, do that. Why is he your favorite player, Vital? He's garbage.
He's not my favorite player. He's got a good 3-point shot once he gets going.
All of this superhero, God-fearing, social activism, important things of Donda are going to go straight out the window when Kyrie signs with them after he gets rid of his sister.
But what if that's like actually on our 2022 bingo card? Kanye turns basketball player into superhero. Wouldn't surprise me.
What if also on that bingo card is Kanye runs stable, well-run agency?
Yes.
Put out some banger outs because you have to be crazy.
With Kanye's help, Jaylen Brown cures monkeypox. Like that's going to be the headline here in a couple weeks once he's turned into a alleged superhero.
Michael, what is the thing that Donda buys? Because like Donda Sports will buy like a broadcast right, or they'll buy a something. Let's dive more into that when we get back. I didn't think we'd go down this path, but I'm excited to. Donda Sports taking over the game. We're going to tell you how. 2 Men on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
Well, traffic right now. Crash cleanup continuing westbound Rio Bravo at Isleta, and those are causing major slowdowns all the way back to Broadway. So be careful if you're in that area. Elsewhere around the city, westbound I-40 Rio Grande to about Unser's moving slow. Seeing slowdowns as well southbound I-25 between Osuna and Montgomery. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Shop in store or online at AmericanHome.com. They guarantee you'll pay less. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Registration is now open for the Lobo Cancer Challenge. Cancer affects us all, and you can unite with us against cancer and raise money for the UNM Comprehensive Cancer Center. Choose your challenge for this September 24th event, and every dollar raised supports cancer patients, cancer research, outreach, and training right here in New Mexico. Sign up now or get more details right now online at lobocancerchallenge.org.
You'll never forget your first car. And you certainly will never forget your first car wreck. When this happens to you, you need an attorney who can help you get your car fixed, help you get all the medical attention you need, and help you get all the money you deserve. Don't deal with the insurance companies without an attorney. They have teams of lawyers and adjusters whose sole job is to pay you as little as possible for your injuries. When you're in a wreck and you need a check, call Lerner & Rowe Injury Attorneys today. We'll work hard to get you all the money you deserve and to keep you out of the courtroom.
Lerner & Rowe can get you more. Call 544-4444.
Insurance Research Council, July 2014. The smoke is back at Church's. Our $6 smokehouse chicken meal is a juicy half chicken served with mashed potatoes and a honey butter biscuit. All that for just $6, but not for long. Church's, welcome to the great state of flavor. Offer valid at participating locations.
Progressive Insurance. Insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs. For protection on the road and on the water. See how much you can save in as little as 3 minutes at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and progressive.com.
Do you think you have COVID-19? Are you suffering from symptoms like cough, fever, shortness of breath, sore throat, or chills? Knowing if you have COVID-19 can help you seek proper treatment and prevent the virus from spreading to your family and community. You should get tested if you have symptoms of COVID-19 or have been in close contact with someone who tested positive for COVID-19. Don't wait. Find a test near you at findatestnm.org. That's findatestnm.org.
These days, it's getting harder and harder to find savings. But you may have more cash than you realize in your home's equity. Unlock it today with a cash-out refinance from Rocket Mortgage. In the last year, average home values have gone up nearly 20%. That means you could unlock thousands of dollars from your home. And with Rocket Mortgage, you could get all that cash in as little as 3 weeks. Put your hard-earned money to work. Pay down high-interest debt and combine your balances into one simple, low monthly payment. Now is your perfect opportunity to take control of your financial future. So what are you waiting for? When you want to consolidate debt and simplify your finances, Rocket can. Call 8338-ROCKET today or go to rocketmortgage.com to get started. That's 8338-ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com. Rocket. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org number 3030. Call 800-490-1233 for disclosures and cost information.
The gym.
Stand by. Here we go.
He's at 10.
Smooth as ever. Smooth as ever.
On 95.9 FM.
And you're up.
10. The sports animal.
Couldn't have came back with Kanye. You got every song at your fingertips there, Michael.
Donda.
Spot on.
Today, Vital learned what Donda is.
Yes.
He went all last segment having no idea what we were referring to. And that kind of gave me a little epiphany moment.
That the friend of the show.
Quite a few friends of the show had no idea
Yeah.
what we're talking about.
Totally.
So when we're saying the word Donda out loud, Donda is the name of Kanye West's mother and also the name of his last album and his marketing company and his sports production company.
So that'd be like if I had an album and I called it Xena.
Yes. Correct. And then you had a company, you call it Xena. They got another company, you also call it Xena. Yeah.
Strong name. Xena.
Xena.
That's my mother's name.
Sure is.
So Donda is scooping up stars left and right. And you think, kind of understanding Kanye West, which, by the way, congratulations if you do. You think he's putting together like his own varsity, right? Because if we were to do the varsity of guys to sign with Kanye West Sports, we would probably get it exactly correct to the guys who are actually going to sign with Kanye West Sports.
Kyrie is obviously my first round draft pick here. Maybe Kyrie's number one. Is he?
So the thing, he is, but here's only why.
Is he? Okay.
He is because his sister-in-law, I think it's his sister-in-law, is his agent. And the way Donda Sports works is Donda doesn't become your agent. And this is a multi-tier thing. So they're just a marketing company that takes a cut. And that's because to become a sports agent, there's a lot of law involved with that.
Sure. You got to be a lawyer.
You got to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
And you're like, you don't have to be a lawyer. Kanye West is whatever does it. I'm telling you, there's a lawyer signing off on something somewhere. But similar to the way Kim Kardashian just became a lawyer for reasons, that's what this is. She's not really a lawyer. This isn't really an agency. This is a marketing company.
I mean, her dad was a lawyer and she grew up with him, so
lawyer adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm a lawyer. Look at my mailing address. I'm a lawyer. What does that mean? Kanye markets better than anyone.
Yes, by making an ass of himself. It's a simple model.
Oh, so Kyrie's already got him beat?
Yes, that's why Kyrie's a perfect fit. Although, what else can Kyrie do here? Let's bump that. Let's bump Tom Cruise movies and go with what is Kyrie going to do next on the varsity?
Well, and like in the news today is Brad Stevens, because Steve Kerr is like, I've never drawn up a play in my life. I just do whatever Brad Stevens did. Like, that's a real quote from Steve Kerr. He's like, yeah, I really like his play, so I just took him. First of all, I love that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Strong work.
I also graduated college by copying people's homework. You do that, it makes sense.
My creative writing teacher in college said, good writers borrow, great writers steal.
Yeah, and you know what they did? They stole that line from Hemingway.
Yeah.
So
sure did.
Keep doing it forever. But that's what's going to happen here is like Brad Stevens is going to sign with Donda. And you're going to be like, what is this blend? Like this doesn't, you're Leave It to Beaver.
Sure. Yeah.
Like you're the Beeve. And this is Yee. What is Yee and the Beeve going to do to get, all right, here's a TV show I just came up with. Yee and the Beeve. Okay. But the Beeve is Brad Stevens. But Yee, Kanye West, never bothers to learn Brad Stevens' name and always calls him Beaver.
Yave it to Beaver?
Yave it to Beaver.
Yeah. We're on to something.
How are we not rich? How are we at least not rich adjacent?
I mean, rich in spirit.
Do you remember when Kanye West was like, slavery was an option? Do you remember? I can't get through it.
Yes. Slavery helped the black experience.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
And Jaylen Brown's like, I'm going to go work with him. That's my dude.
Yeah.
You remember when Kanye West was like, I'm just going to slurp it up to Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And Jaylen Brown was like, that's my dude. I got to go. Like, let's partner up.
George Bush hates black people, man. He said that. On live television. He said George Bush hates black people. And then he saddles up with Donald Trump.
Kanye West said about...
Yeah, we'll stop.
Kanye West said about Jaylen Brown, he's too smart for the league. What?
For
what?
Okay.
What else is he going to do? All you have is the association.
All right, Jaylen Brown versus Aaron Rodgers on Jeopardy. Let's go.
Oh, please. Special guest host me. It's just me giggling the whole time. And you would think like, oh, it's just marketing. This will be harmless.
Just marketing, right?
It will not.
Yeah. You want more attention? Like it's going to be the anti-contract helper. It's going to be like, oh, he signed with Donda. Not touching this.
Also,
no way.
Isn't Antonio Brown like the president of Donda Sports?
Yes, he's literally the president.
He literally is, right?
He was the first client, and they just immediately made him president.
He president of their sports wing or something like that.
Yes, he's the president of Donda Sports.
Dog, he can't even get himself a job.
You know who has great ideas? Antonio
Brown. No.
You know who thinks outside of the box? Antonio Brown.
No.
Let's make him the president of our new company.
What is the percent of people vaccinated in Donda Sports?
Is there a number less than 0? Is there like a...
Does it take away from? Oh, gosh.
God, I'd love to be on the fly on the wall at one of those board meetings.
Donda Sports should have this. This is really what they should do. They should have like a watch along program. And they go and they get guys. You know, was it CJ McCollum just signed with ABC to do like finals commentary or whatever? Cool.
Didn't see that, but sure.
I think that's who it was. Cool. That's cool. Like I'll tune. Hey, give me a player's perspective.
Cool.
Perspective. That's super neat. If you give me, like with Donda Sports, if they created a Instagram, YouTube, I don't care where you put it, but it's like you get Kanye to sit down, and he sits down. I obviously can't do Jaylen Brown; he's playing. But you get like other active player, and give me like retiree player, and give me like non-basketball, and you put that program together, and it's a marketing thing, and then you, oh my gosh, yes, 100% I'm in. I'd watch weird dudes talk about a thing I like. I'm not going to allow them as an athlete to control any part of my image.
But then again, like if you can control your own image, and if it's all just a, hey, you're a wrestling guy, right? What if it's just a work? Like we're going to sign up with Donda.
Good point.
We're going to get all of this attention, and my name's going to be in the news because of my adjacency to Kanye and Antonio Brown.
Well, and the rub is there too, right? Because Kanye West had $0 at the life of Pablo. He's got $2 billion now. And if those numbers aren't accurate, they're very close to accurate.
Okay.
And everything that he touches goes to the very front.
It's insane.
And things that he touches, the things they touch, Pete Davidson, go to the very front.
Very nice. Very nice. Kanye made Crocs uglier.
Croc boots?
And made $200 million off of it. Have you seen his slides? The Yeezy slides? they're like if Predator from the movie Predator
familiar
had sex with a croc and had a baby, that's what it would look like. And he's sold millions of them. They're just an ugly croc, and they sell for like $300.
According to this,
he can do that. He can probably market Jaylen Brown.
According to this super quick Google search.
Oh, okay.
Kanye's business venture went 53 mil in debt over the life of Pablo. So not only was he not at zero, he was at negative 53 mil.
He was like asking for money, right? Wasn't he like, didn't he ask Elon Musk for a loan, like publicly?
Probably.
Consult the Googles. Okay.
I mean,
when I woke up today, I did not think I'd be talking about Kanye on a sports show, but here we are. Welcome to the program.
He's everything he wants to be. He's running the whole thing. And he can run the California part, and can let Antonio Brown run Kanye East, and then they can have the whole country figured out.
It's very good.
I got you.
He makes a special cologne for Elon. Don't have to change the name.
Thank you. I already knew.
Mm-hmm.
I already knew where you were going. You're going to get weird stuff too. So like Jaylen Brown is going to be like, hey, Celtics, for every media timeout, you now play Jesus Walks. Like there's going to be something weird where he's going to end up getting a rub off the backside.
Yeah.
And you're going to get a bunch of weird collusion money. And there's going to be lawsuits everywhere.
Sure. He, Juan Soto signs up to be managed by Donda. And every time he gets ball 4,
yeah,
obviously
Jesus Walks.
And he starts high stepping on the way to first base with the little pimp in his step.
God, show me the way because the devil tried to bring me down. Jesus. Well, and here's the thing. He has to pace his walk down to first long enough that it finishes double chorus.
Or no, it just has to go at least 30 seconds so you get a Spotify stream counted.
Vital, sports is not what it was when you got into sports.
It's my bad. Juan Soto walks more than anybody in baseball, but I think Jesus Sanchez on the Marlins obviously is the first guy.
Why Jesus Sanchez?
Jesus.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, sorry. Low-hanging fruit.
Yeah,
delicious sometimes.
Normally your jokes are a little more heady.
Mm-hmm. It's true. Very true.
That joke was more hee. Vital, you became a fan of sports like 50 years ago. Did you think this would be sports today?
No, but bringing the two elements together of entertainment and sports is
smart.
working.
So smart.
And I like it. A little more and more. You know, I watch WWE now.
What would you think, like, as a young man, Vital, as a young man, like, you open up your newspaper one morning with your coffee and eggs and bacon, and it just says,
why are you having an old English breakfast?
Miles Davis to open sports marketing agency. Like, would you be like, this is a fake newspaper?
This is on brand.
This is someone's playing a joke on me.
Just the entertainment world and sports were segregated and I don't know if that's a good term to use, but they didn't intermingle as much, and now they're together, and I think it's making it brighter and much better. Really.
Like, who's that on the timeline? Miles Davis is post Jackie Robinson.
Yeah, you're correct.
Yeah.
But like even getting away from
the Kanye that time, James Brown. Okay, maybe Miles Davis. James Brown opened sports marketing agency. You're like, he did a what?
That is a weird flex. And
right.
What year did you become a fan of sports, Vital?
I went to go see a Packers game when I was 5 or 6.
So what's that? 67?
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
Okay, look at that.
So I went to a Brewers game. Cubs game.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it took a minute. Like, I'm trying to think of like the first musician artist to get into like sports. John Bon Jovi, I guess. Like, I don't know who it is. This is all top of the head stuff. But it's like, who was the first CNC Music Factory? Didn't they buy into like the Dolphins a million years ago?
Excellent question. That is a niche reference. Not only the band, but knowing they bought into the Dolphins.
Yeah. But there's something of that nature where when artisans were like, hey, it's time for us to own sports. And also sport is now art. Like, look at Phil Knight. Every jersey they put out, every whatever's, that's just art. The city jerseys for Major League Baseball.
I would have never thought that the University of Oregon would have 19 different jerseys.
Oh, wait, that's a low number.
Yeah, right. But I'm just saying, just the proliferation, the explosion of opportunities that are given to mesh the sports and entertainment world, and I like it. But years ago, no, you wouldn't have seen those two cross and become buddies as they are. But it's all about money, so
Or Deion Sanders making a music video. I
yeah,
think that's when it changed, right?
yeah,
Then.
it's a good point.
Gloria Stefan, Fergie, Serena, and Venus Williams, Mark Anthony own the Miami Dolphins. They're on the ownership group.
Well, I knew J-Lo and Mark Anthony.
And I think when I said Gloria Stefan, that's when I said CNC Music Factory because she was a part of that.
You're thinking of the Miami Sound Machine?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking of.
Okay. You're welcome for that.
Very similar.
I mean, if the Dolphins sold to CNC Music Factory, that is probably why the Dolphins made Hootie cry, I'm assuming.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Probably Justin Timberlake, right? That's probably the biggest one right now.
Memphis?
He owns the Grizzlies.
Part owner.
I mean, it's close enough, though.
Is Drake an actual owner of the Raptors or just like a super fan?
Well, if we're really doing that, I think Will Smith owns part of the 76ers, and technically he's a rapper.
He's a rapper and actor. And a slapper.
Speaking of actors, today's I-9 Varsity, when we get back, is the I-9 Varsity of Tom Cruise movies, and we're doing that in celebration. Or in, what's the opposite of celebration? Ridicule of the new Maverick film. We're tuning in on live from the John Lopez Real Estate and Coldwell Banker Legacy Studio. We're powered by New Mexico Pinion Coffee. We play on Team I-9, start our days at the YMCA of Central New Mexico, spend our evenings at Hollow Sparents, and sipping on that Teller vodka. It's 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
Construction on I-40 between 98th and Coors Boulevard is ongoing. Eastbound traffic is reduced to 2 lanes. I-40 on-ramp closures at Unser will impact drivers. NMDOT District 3 is overseeing the project. Mountain States Constructors is performing the work. Visit nmroads.com.
This report brought to you by Mountain State Constructors.
Traffic right now, we've got crash cleanup continuing westbound on Rio Bravo as you approach Isleta. Quite a bit of backups there. Also seeing slowdowns right now. I-40 headed west. Those slowdowns are going to start around Rio Grande and last until Unser. And headed west on Paseo right now as you approach Coors. We're starting to see more congestion and backups in that area. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, the largest selection of in-stock furniture in the state, locally owned and operated. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Go deep into the heart of Texas and go over. I'm Joe Giglio here to help you beat the books with BetQL. The Razor in Texas taking on a steadily hot Rangers team, and the BetQL model thinks there could be some runs in this one. BetQL has over 8 runs as a 5-star best bet. The Razor hitting the over at a 60% clip when they play anyone outside the AL East. I'm Joe Giglio. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetQL app today.
As we move into the warmer months, the active months, you're going to be moving more, doing more. Gentlemen, are you ready? Are you your best you? It's Jeff Symbieta. And guys, if you're not quite the best you can be, if you're tired too often, maybe dealing with hair loss, weight gain, depression, or even erectile dysfunction, NuMale can help you. In fact, NuMale has helped thousands of men all around the country with these exact things, these natural things. Give them a call at 505-652-1688, 505-652-1688, or visit NuMale. That's NuMale.com. Making the call sometimes is the hardest part. Don't make excuses. Make the call, because once you do and you visit NuMale, you're going to realize the process is easy, it's comfortable, and it works. Guys, that's the best part about NuMale. It works. The results are real, and men everywhere are feeling better. The number is 505-652-1688. Enjoy being active. Enjoy being you again. Call NuMale at 505-652-1688 or visit NuMale.com and feel better.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is Terry Crews.
Stand by.
Sweet, sweet sound of a live audience. That's right. AGT is back with the electricity of a big crowd, with the most incredible acts yet. Plus, your favorite judges, Simon, Howie, Heidi, and Sophia, and $1 million up for grabs with a live audience.
AGT is back, followed by the premiere of Dancing with Myself, tonight on NBC.
Are you 50 years or older? The New Mexico Department of Health recommends that you receive a second COVID-19 booster. If it's been 4 months since your first booster, it's time to schedule your second. Individuals that are 50 years of age or older have an increased risk of severe COVID-19 illness. This is especially important for individuals with underlying medical conditions. Your health risk is lowest when you stay up to date with your COVID.
You guys will have 6 minutes here. 6.
Your booster today at vaccinenm.org. That's vaccinenm.org.
The Opening Drive with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Bond. Weekday mornings from 7 till 10 on 95.9
And you're up.
and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This is the final segment, Vital. Is that right?
It sure is. And we got baseball isotopes, baby.
On deck with Josh Sushan after that. What time do we leave? What time do we go off air?
You guys?
Yeah.
5:40.
That's like 5 minutes from now.
You'll do it.
What?
The Phillies and the Pirates are both 7 games under 500. The Phillies' payroll is $220 million. The Pirates' payroll is $60 million. I'm tired of everyone saying that the Pirates don't care. I'll tell you what they care about: good business.
That little revenue sharing they're going to get.
That $1 billion that they're pocketing, the owner is.
Yeah, baby.
Don't hate that. Phillies are going to get worse. I think they get the Braves and the Mets this week. Today's I-9 Varsity. Contact League Office 280 at i9sports.com, 505-312-4999. Today's I-9 Varsity is the I-9 Varsity of Tom Cruise movies, okay?
Okay.
Would you like to go first or second?
Go ahead, buddy.
Tom Cruise stars as Ethan Hunt in Mission Impossible. This 1996 banger really started me off at a young age as a fan of high stakes secret agent films. Give me Mission Impossible.
All right. It's a great one. Which Mission Impossible? The first one?
The first one.
The first one.
1996's
Okay.
Mission Impossible.
Easily, I'm going to start from the top and we'll work down.
Smart, because we're on
the
tight time.
pyramid.
Yeah.
All right. Easily, Tom Cruise's best movie of all time is Tropic Thunder.
Oh, it's very good.
Yeah.
It's very smart.
Him as Les Grossman.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Mogul extraordinaire.
How about
It's-
Interview with a Vampire?
Right? No, Vital, it's not going to make
Tropic Thunder is easily Tom Cruise's best work, and it's not even close.
I like that answer a lot.
Thank you.
Good method acting. Ethan Hunt has to continue his battle against evildoers in the world. In Mission Impossible 2, the 2000 summer blockbuster, started off the century the right way as Ethan and his motley crew of associates have to battle against, I don't know, bad guys. Spoiler, the world doesn't explode.
Which one is that one?
The second one, Mission Impossible 2.
2.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear the title.
Yeah.
Okay. Mission Impossible 2.
2.
That's a sequel.
That's the sequel
It's the second one.
to Mission Impossible 1.
Mission Impossible with no numbers next to it. That's the first one.
And actually, it's the way it's lined out. It's MI, which looks like M1 Mission. It's the first one.
Oh, that's really smart how they
that's
did that.
Clever.
That's really smart.
I got you.
Serious injuryist Charlie Babbitt.
Ah, nice.
Rain Man.
Uh-huh.
My main man burn. Serious injuryist Charlie Babbitt.
Very good answer.
Rain Man. Killed it in Rain Man. I think that's his peak. If we're not talking Les Grossman from Tropic Thunder, I see Rain Man as Tom Cruise's best work.
In 2006, IMF agent Ethan Hunt comes into conflict with a dangerous and sadistic arms dealer who threatens not just his life, but his fiance's as well. Mission Impossible 3 is the third best Tom Cruise movie of all time. Give me that one from the summer. I saw it in California. I saw it in a movie theater.
And that's the third one you
That's
said?
the third one.
And that one comes after
The second one,
the second one.
but it's not before the fourth one, because the fourth one is Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, which is an absolute banger of the film. It also makes my list, man. So Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, the fourth Mission Impossible, is directed by Brad Bird, and it is insanely good.
So your best one is the fourth one.
So far.
So far.
Yes.
Okay. I'm excited for what comes next.
Yeah, you'll be a real surprise.
Really on the edge of my seat here. The Color of Money, baby.
Okay.
That's such a good one.
Yeah.
Except for his performance as Les Grossman in Tropic Thunder, it could be his best work.
I want to agree with everything you just said. I think that's a very strong possibility.
Okay, well, what do you have next?
So I think the 5th Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, should be in the list.
Rogue Nation?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
Doesn't
when,
make any sense.
Well, that's when Ethan and his team,
Is it like a prequel?
they take on their most impossible mission yet when they have to eradicate an international rogue organization. And as highly skilled as they are, it does not come easily. Check out Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. That's the one with Jeremy Renner. And you know I'm a big Jeremy Renner guy.
I don't remember a lot about Tom Cruise's performance, but to round out my list on the I-9 varsity, I'm going to go with Eyes Wide Shut.
Okay.
Yeah.
Creepy.
Yes, very creepy.
Give me Mission Impossible Fallout. That's the most recent one in 2018. Also, there are 2 back-to-back ones coming out, 7 and 8. They're coming out in 23 and 24. It's a 2-parter. So a lot of Mission Impossible.
Wow.
Jerry Maguire is my answer, though.
Their mission is getting progressively less impossible because they just keep completing the mission.
It's just
30.
It's opening a restaurant where they serve burgers in downtown LA. Mission Impossible Burger.
It teach a kid how to tie his shoelaces on the next one.
Teaches me how to tolerate. I got nothing. I
It's
really
okay.
blew that one there at the end. Any final words, man?
Too much for the time allotted, my friend, but anything we didn't cover, make sure you check out tomorrow morning on the opening drive with Jeff, JJ, and A. Marie.
Good job, everyone. GG.
See you tomorrow, Burke.
Staples Print and Marketing Services help small business print big with wide format. Right now, get $10. Signs, banners, and